Good God, what a line! At Karina's request, Annika went to the nearby post office for some errand. Standing in line ahead of her was a young Zulu. One of the Jacaranda boys, it seemed, and part of the taxi business. The cute one. He stubbornly kept his back to her. At last he turned around, if only for a moment. It was him indeed. Quite a cue, isn't it? Annika commented, determined to strike up a friendly conversation. He nodded slightly, as if to say, yes, it is. Then he turned his back on her again. Annika figured he must find her terribly annoying. Resigned, she checked that the payment slips were filled out correctly to speed things up. When her turn finally came. But when would her turn come? Disheartened, she looked around. The queue seemed endless. At that moment, the Zulu cleared his throat. Once he had Annika's attention, he pointed to a different entrance. It couldn't be. The post office had one entrance for black people and another for whites. With a separate queue exclusively for whites, Annika was in the wrong place. What a blunder, she groaned. Right in front of the cute guy! She was about to retreat with her tail between her legs and join the line where she belonged. But she didn't get the chance. Suddenly, the floor slipped from beneath her feet, sending her crashing straight into the Zulu's back. Someone else bumped into her. Some people screamed. The lights flickered wildly. An alarm blared, and behind the counters, papers and office supplies scattered onto the floor. Then, as if nothing had happened, the noise ceased and the lights steadied. The people looked at each other, cautious and slowly. The post office resumed its usual rhythm. The young Zulu bent down to pick up the slips Annika had dropped and handed them back to her. Thank you, she said, smiling hopefully. He nodded without looking at her, with her cheeks flushed and the distinct feeling that she had been a nuisance. Annika joined the whites' queue. I didn't know Johannesburg was seismically active, commented a tourist while buying stamps for postcards. These Afrikaners have turned the underground into Swiss cheese to extract every last gram of gold, his companion informed him after consulting the guidebook, and now they're paying the price. Today they've realized they risk collapsing straight into the center of the earth if they don't stop drilling within the city limits. Otherwise, we'd be weaving between gold mines even on shopping streets. Annika's thoughts raced to the golden heaps of mining debris at Johannesburg's outskirts. Poor Paul Kruger. Such a sight must be disturbing his eternal rest. How he had preached, that austere Boer patriot exiled in Switzerland, that gold was the nation's cancer. Meanwhile, Ray, the name of the young Zulu, follows Annika with the corner of his eye. She carries out her errand at the fast service counter for whites, wondering if she'll have to explain to her employer why it took her so long. Then, she marches toward the bus stop, eager to return to the boutique. Without looking back, had Ray hoped she would? She's just a spoiled, distracted white girl, he tells himself, lying. But Ray has played his part well, displaying a detachment worthy of a surgeon. No wonder Annika is convinced the handsome young man doesn't like her. He didn't even recognize me, she complains, and yet he sees me every day along the jacaranda-lined avenue. But the truth is different. Ray knows exactly who she is. She's the girl who eats ice cream during her lunch break, along with that Karina, the boutique owner. Oh yes, the young Zulu is caught in a sticky situation. One as sweet as honey, but as searing as fire. He wishes he'd never see that musk girl again, and he wishes he could spend endless hours in line with her. Meanwhile, Annika has reached the bus stop. There, some tourists address her. Excuse me, miss, we're Americans. Could you tell us which bus we're allowed to take? A sign, in fact, issues a warning. Transportation for Europeans only. Unauthorized persons prohibited from boarding. The Americans aren't European. Should they take the buses for whites or the ones for blacks?
In this night that fades and offers no solace. You're far away, but I feel your breath in every shadow lost inside a turn. Maybe one day, maybe never, I will see you again among my steps. But if fate wants to punish me, I'll sing your name without ever stopping. Good God, what a lie to find you again. In this night the fades and offers no solace. You're far away, but I feel your breath in every shadow lost inside a turn. I keep watching